Writing a blog post is one of the most fundamental parts of blogging. You want to put out blog posts consistently, write them fast, and ensure they are good quality. So in today's video, I'm going to show you my process for writing a blog post fast. The first thing you obviously need to do is come up with a topic. Now, I like to have a bunch of topics at the ready for when I write a blog post. However, not every single idea that I write down ends up making the cut to turning into a blog post. So I'll also show you my process for how I determine what gets used and what doesn't. You can look through Pinterest for blog post ideas. There are a ton of blog posts out there that are just a list of blog post ideas for you to write. Or you can simply just scroll through the feed. I get a lot of my ideas that way. One of the other ways that I get blog post ideas is through keyword research. And sometimes while even writing a blog post, I'll get an idea for another one. I keep all of my ideas in Trello, or you can use lists in Google Sheets like I have for my content calendar. I have a content calendar available in my shop that gives you a space to put all of your blog post ideas and also keep track of all of your current blog post ideas and links. It's really helpful. I use it all the time and it honestly comes in handy a lot. Now you have to go through your list of ideas and decide which ones you are actually going to turn into blog posts. Which ones do you think are the best to match your target audience? Which ones do you know the most about or you're the most excited to write? And which ones do you think are going to provide the most value? Some of these questions can be answered through keyword research. I will plug all of my blog post ideas through a tool before I start writing them. It is a paid keyword research tool, and honestly, it is worth the money that you pay because there is no point in writing a blog post that no one is going to want to read anyway. And you also want to get your blog post ranked on Google for some of that free traffic. So plug in your keywords for the post and you can see the volume for it and how hard it is to rank for that keyword. You can also maybe even see other keywords that you can use inside of your blog post. So this is what the main page of Key Search looks like. You can see that I'm looking for Pinterest marketing questions, and this tells you all the keywords that you can go for, the volume, and the scores of how hard they are to rank. There's a bunch of other information on here, but this is really all that we're looking at. And if you click on score right here, it'll take you to the highest ranking, or if you click on it again, it'll take you to the lowest or easiest ranking keywords. And if you go to the Explorer tab here, you can see there is a bunch of information on my domain, but this is the main thing that we are looking for here. Score to target, competition level 31 and below. Going back to the keyword research tool, I now know that I am more likely to be able to rank on page 1 if I go for keywords that have 31 and below. So you can see Pinterest marketing questions, the volume is 0, but the score is 31. And if you click on filter here, you can do score to 31 and filter. It will take out all of the more difficult keywords to rank for, and you'll be able to see all of the ones that are 31 and below. So that filters out just a bunch of noise and you can focus on the most important ones. I will come back to this tool later and show you a couple other really cool features that I use when I write a blog post. But for now, if you're interested in checking out this tool, I'll leave a link down below to it because it's honestly a time saver. Now that you have your blog post topic and you have the keyword that you know you are going for, it's time to start writing your blog post outline. I have a Google Docs here that has all the blog post questions I need to answer when I am writing a blog post. After I get these questions answered here, it's time to actually start writing the content. Now, you don't have to have a process like this exactly, but you should have some sort of process that's easy to do and just makes it faster to go through. Next, you can go ahead and write the post and edit it. Writing will likely take the longest part of the process. And I don't really have much of a system for this. I just start writing. A lot of my posts and even YouTube video scripts come up on the fly as I am writing. I find that a bit easier doing it that way than doing an outline the traditional way where you write out all of your points first and then go through and write the post. But do whatever is going to work best for you. If you're super new to blogging and you haven't really written that many posts yet, this process is likely not going to be that fast for you. But I have been writing blog posts since 2017, and I have been writing stories and different things like that for way longer than that. So I'm pretty quick at writing and typing. But if you are new to blogging, this might not be very quick for you. So just keep writing and you will eventually be able to find a system that works for you and get faster at it too. Once I'm done writing the post, it is time to go into the editing phase. And this is where Key Search comes back in. I have just found this tool on Key Search and I have not been able to live without it. So if you go to Content Assistant and you copy and paste your blog post into it and then put whatever keyword it is that you're going for, you can see a ton of information here on the side. It'll tell you your keyword, the score that you're going for. 31 is the score I should be going for, or 31 and lower at least, so that's perfect. Tells you the volume, which is 0. so I might find some better keywords, but I don't really think 0 is what we're actually going for here. You can see the word count, so we are at 2,713 words, and you can see the recommended keywords found in the article here versus the must keywords. So as you can read here, must keywords, known as LSI keywords, are the most common used phrases and keywords within the first page results of Google. We highly recommend including these in your article. So basically what this means is KeySearch scanned the blog post on the first page of Google, and these are the most common keywords or phrases that came up in those articles that are ranking, which means you need to have them in your blog post as well. So the ones that are in blue are already in the article. The ones that are in orange are not in the article. So if I just go to the bottom here and I type in Pinterest marketing questions, you can see now this has turned blue. Same for using Pinterest. And now this one has turned blue. Now, obviously you want to actually include these in sentences and you don't just want to add them at the bottom of your post, but all of these are keywords that you should be adding. From here, I will copy and paste the post and put it into my WordPress dashboard. It's going to copy and paste in a bit weird. So the first thing that I do is I go through and add in all of the main headings. All of the main headings themselves are going to be H2 tags. And then I try to also have some H3 tags in there as well, just to give a good hierarchy of points and break up the blog post a little bit more. I also prefer to bold my headings just to make them stand out a little bit more. I've recently also started updating all of my old blog posts to try and make them a little bit more mobile friendly. So that just means making the sentences and paragraphs a lot shorter so that they're easier to skim through on mobile. And you can actually do this right in the WordPress dashboard if you are working from WordPress. If you go up to here to preview, you can click on mobile and it will show you what your blog post will look like on mobile. So I will go through, read the blog post, and try and make it as easy to read as possible on mobile, since that is where a majority of my traffic comes from. I also want to go through and add any images that I have, or internal links, or affiliate links into the post. Once you finish all that up, the only thing left to do is everything on the side here. The first thing that I'm going to do is update the URL so that the slug isn't super long. Now this is actually a blog post that's already live on my blog, and this is not the title, but just to show you guys, Pinterest marketing questions is the keyword that I'm going for, so that is all I'm going to have as my slug. I'm going to have it go into blogging posts. I'm going to have it be Pinterest marketing and social media. I don't really do too much with tags, but we'll add Pinterest marketing in there. As far as the featured images, I do all of my featured images and my images for my blog posts in Canva, of course. And I have a folder that is starred in Canva with all of my images ready to go. So my featured photo is right here. And if I want to add any images inside the post, I will click on that. And then I can just click and drag any images that I want into there, save them, and put them in my blog post. Same thing for my featured photo. It's already sized perfectly for my featured photos. So I can just click and drag and save that and put that in my featured photo section. I will also add any alt text if I need to. And most importantly, we'll check my SEO keyword research tool. So I have a plugin called Rank Math. It is a free plugin that I use, and it gives you all the things that you need to know to see if your blog post is good to rank on Google. It's different than KeySearch, and it's not as good as KeySearch, but it does give you a nice checklist of things that you should do. To get it actually working, you need to put in your focus keyword. Now you can see that my Rank Math is now 56 out of 100, and you can see, opening all these up, what is good and what is bad. If I go to a post that's actually live on my blog, you can see this a little bit better and what I normally go for. Like 83 out of 100 is a pretty good score. This isn't 100% accurate. That does not need to be 100 out of 100 for your blog post to rank on Google, but it is a good tool to still have anyway. And last but not least, you need to actually promote your blog post, because once you push it live, you need to actually get eyes onto the content of all of your hard work. So once my blog post is live, I will take the link and put it into my content calendar that I told you guys about at the beginning. I have a list of all of my blog posts and all of the YouTube videos that are live on my site. I then will go to my Twitter content calendar and I will find out where I allotted a scheduled time for my blog post to be promoted. Now, since I haven't been posting on my blog very much, I didn't actually put in an allotted time for when my blog post would get shared on Twitter, but you can see what I mean with my videos. So I have a video release here, and then I try to get the videos to be promoted twice. So you can see video promo 2 is here. And then if you go down a little bit further, video promo 2, the third time will be there. And if you want this template, which is my social media content calendar, I also have that up on my blog as well. But if you want to see how I schedule all of this and actually use this content calendar, I already did a video on this, which I will link up here. In terms of promoting my blog posts on Pinterest, I also have a Canva doc for that as well. This is a Canva doc that has all of my pin design templates in it, and I frequently go through and add more. So I will pick out 2 or 3 of these when the blog post goes out, and I will either do this right when the blog post comes out or is scheduled, or I'll wait until the end of the week on Sunday when I typically do all of my Pinterest pins. It really depends how much time I have and how I'm feeling for the week. And if you want to see my process for how I create YouTube videos, leave a comment down below letting me know, because the process is similar, but it's different obviously because the format is completely different. And if you like this video, of course, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.